Hey guys, so today I want to tell a story about one of my bad moments in friendship. So, this happened when I was in elementary school. Back then, I had a small friend group in my neighborhood. There were four of us, including me. We had been friends since we were little because we lived in the same housing complex. And we used to play together almost every day after school, and we were really close, like best friends. And first thing first, everything was fun and normal, but the problems start because I also went to a religious school in the afternoon, and one time my classmates and I had a group project for a dance performance. So of course we had to practice together, right? But sometimes we practice at my house, and it wasn't every day, but we practiced quite often because we needed to prepare for the performance. And because of that, when my neighborhood friends asked me to play, sorry, Um, I often had to say no, but I always explained the reason. Yeah, I always explained the reason. I told them that I had dance practice for a school project. They even saw me practicing with my classmates at my house, but somehow they still felt like I was ignoring them. Like I started to notice their expressions whenever they saw me practicing. Like they look annoyed and kind of cynical, they didn't say anything directly at first, but I couldn't feel that they were upset. Like, yeah, then one day, um, after the dance project was finally finished, something happened that I will never forget is, yeah, I had just come home from my religious house, my religious school, and I was walking back to my house because it was close. And when I arrived at the entrance of my neighborhood, my three friends were already there waiting for me. Is and Suddenly they stopped me, and they literally blocked my way and didn't let me go. Yeah, and they didn't let me go home because I was really confused and also scared at that moment. Then they started yelling at me and saying a lot of mean things. Like they said that I cared more about my other friends and that I didn't want to play with them anymore. And some of the words were really rush, really, and they even insulted me. One of them just pushed me and arm, like grabbed my arm and pushed me, and then I was shocked. Like I didn't expect my own best friends to treat me like that. And then I started to crying while trying to explain. Like I said something like, "I'm sorry, but I already told you guys that I had dance practice. Not because I don't want to play with them." Like, yeah, but they didn't want to listen. They kept saying things like, "You can spend time with us. You can spend time with them, but not with us." And then they kept stopping me there for around 8 minutes, maybe. And I couldn't even go home because they were still yelling at me. And honestly, that moment felt really terrible. and I was just standing there crying and feeling really, really hurt. Yeah, and then after they finally let me go, I ran home and cried so much. My sister even asked me when, uh, like, what happened to you? Because I was crying really hard, but I couldn't explain anything. I was too emotional at there. Yeah, and after that day, they stopped talking to me and never invited me to play again. And yeah, that situation lasted for about 2 or 3 weeks. And then we even argued through Instagram message at that time. And looking back now, it was honestly very toxic friendship, I guess. And the reason was just because they felt jealous. I don't know. Why is friendship like to be being jealous? I don't know. And eventually I lost contact with them because I moved to another house. And at that time, we never really had a proper conversation again about that, about what happened. But now we are older and things are different. We become friends again, and then they apologized to me, and we don't really talk about that incident anymore. And actually, we are close again now, and I think we were just a kid before. Yeah, we didn't really understand our emotions yet. And then, yeah, from this experience, I learned that, sorry for noisy by the way, I learned that jealousy and misunderstanding can really damage a friendship if we don't communicate properly. And yeah, so the lesson for me is that good communication is really important in any friendship. So that's all I can share, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.